The FA Cup has always been a competition where dreams come alive, and for Southampton, this was their moment. Arsenal arrived as favourites. A top-tier side, full of confidence, expected to brush aside their lower division opponents. But football doesn't follow scripts, it writes its own stories. First half shock begins. From the first whistle, Southampton played with fearless energy. Every tackle had intent, every run had purpose. The crowd at St. Mary's roared them forward, sensing something special. Then it came. A quick move down the wing, a sharp cross and a clinical finish. Southampton 1-0 Arsenal. The stadium erupted. Arsenal looked stunned. Arsenal fight back. To their credit, Arsenal responded like a big team should. They pressed higher, moved the ball quicker, and eventually found the equalizer. A well-worked attack brought them level. 1-1. Game on. For a moment, it felt like order would be restored. But Southampton weren't done. With relentless determination, they pushed again. A mistake in Arsenal's defense opened the door and Southampton seized it. The second goal flew in, and belief turned into reality. Southampton 2-1 Arsenal. As the final whistle blew, the contrast was unforgettable. Southampton players collapsed in joy, celebrating one of their biggest wins. Arsenal players stood frozen, hands on heads, disbelief written all over their faces. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. In a La Liga match, Barcelona defeated Atletico Madrid 2-1, but a penalty in the game caused controversy after the match. During the match, Gerard Martin stepped on Atletico Madrid player Almada after a pass. The referee initially showed him a red card, but cancelled the red card after watching VAR. The Spanish Football Association announced the dialogue between the referee and VAR during the reversal process. In the dialogue, VAR suggested that the referee review the play to assess whether to cancel the red card. VAR said, "I think the Barcelona player handled the ball in a normal way, it was a normal contact. He passed the ball first, and then naturally came into contact with the Atletico Madrid player." The referee then confirmed the Barcelona player handled the ball while controlling it, and the subsequent contact was a normal challenge. "I will cancel the red card and change it to a yellow card." Under the bright lights of Stamford Bridge, the stage was set for what many expected to be a routine FA Cup clash, but few could have predicted the sheer dominance that would unfold. Chelsea came into the match with intent, urgency, and a hunger that was evident from the very first whistle. From kickoff, the Blues pressed high, moved the ball with precision, and pinned Port Vale deep inside their own half. It didn't take long for the breakthrough. In the 8th minute, Chelsea's attacking pressure paid off. A slick passing move sliced through Port Vale's defense, and the opener was calmly slotted home, sending the home crowd into early celebration. That goal opened the floodgates. Port Vale tried to regroup, showing moments of resilience, but Chelsea were relentless. By the 20-minute mark, it was already 2-0. The Blues midfield controlled the tempo, completely winning second balls, dictating play, and launching wave after wave of attack. The third goal arrived before halftime, a stunning strike from outside the box that left the goalkeeper rooted. At 3-0 going into the break, the tie already felt decided, but Chelsea were far from finished. The second half turned into a masterclass. Chelsea came out even sharper, as if chasing a deficit rather than protecting a lead. Within 10 minutes, they had added a fourth, capitalizing on a defensive error. Port Vale's resistance began to crumble under the constant pressure. The fifth goal was pure team football: quick one-touch passing, intelligent movement, and a clinical finish. Stamford Bridge erupted again, sensing something special. By now, Port Vale were chasing shadows. The sixth came from a set piece, a towering header that emphasized Chelsea's dominance not just in open play, but in every aspect of the game. And still, the Blues pushed forward. In the closing stages, the seventh goal capped off a perfect night, a composed finish after a swift counterattack that summed up Chelsea's ruthlessness. At the final whistle, the scoreboard read 7-0. Chelsea had not just won, they had made a statement. For Port Vale, it was a harsh lesson at the highest level, but their journey to this stage remained admirable. For Chelsea, it was a performance full of confidence, cohesion, and cutting edge a clear signal of their ambition to lift the FA Cup. As the players applauded, the fans and the stadium buzzed with excitement. One thing was certain. Chelsea weren't just heading to the semi-finals, they were charging toward Wembley with unstoppable momentum.